What's the value of having a model? That's the topic I'm addressing today in The Right Question. I'm Daphne Gray Grant, the publication coach, still in pandemic mode. I have a question from Rosie Yasmin, a graduate student based in Melbourne, Australia. Here's what she's asked by email. I know you've spoken a number of times about the importance of having a model for writing. Can you tell me a bit more about what you mean by that, and how will it help my writing? Thanks for your question, Rosie. You're right. I've long advocated having a model for everything you want to write. There are three main reasons why. 1. Models help you understand exactly what you're trying to do. As the old joke in the newspaper business goes, editors are people who don't understand what they want until they see it. Clients are pretty much the same. They're usually imprecise, often vague, and always impatient. But you know what? We're often that way ourselves. Let's imagine you're writing a book or a dissertation. Wouldn't it be easier for you to visualize the structure you want and understand the amount of work you needed to do if you could see how someone else had handled a similar task? Number 2, models give you a precise measuring stick. Many people read a piece of writing and yet don't understand why they like or dislike it. With a model in hand, you can run readability stats, available free in MS Word or at a small cost in software like ProWriting Aid, see link below, and understand exactly what the writer specifically has done. For example, with a model, you can see the grade level a client is aiming at. You can determine average sentence length. You can see how much passive voice the model author has used. Then, even without software, you can use more subtle measurements. These include metaphor, concrete versus abstract language, and voice. Knowledge is power, and you can use it to help guide your writing. 3. Models make it possible for you, the writer, to gain instant understanding. You know the old saying, a photo is worth 1,000 words? Well, sometimes the reverse is true. 1,000 words can sometimes behave like a photo. When you read a piece, put it down and ask yourself, what impression did I get from that? You're having what I call a snapshot reaction. You're considering the ineffables, tone, feeling, and mood. You're looking at the forest instead of the trees. Then, if you want to learn how to sound like your model, I suggest copying it. See link in the show notes below to my blog post on becoming a copycat. Now, one other question you didn't ask, Rosie, relates to the number of models you want. For some people, it will be difficult to find one piece of writing that's able to be a model. If that describes your situation, understand that there's nothing wrong with finding 2 or 3 or 4 models. Pick as many as you need to be able to give yourself some guidelines for your own writing. You can identify these models based on suggestions from your own friends, colleagues, supervisors, classmates, or even your own reading. The source is not hugely important. The main thing is to identify what you can learn from those models. Finally, let me wrap up with a quote from Irish playwright and poet Oliver Goldsmith. People seldom improve when they have no other model but themselves to copy. Rosie, finding a good model is rather like finding a shortcut. The other writer will have dealt with some of the same challenges you're facing, and you may be able to import their solutions wholesale or adapt them slightly to meet your particular needs. In fact, having a good model is a bit like having your own personal writing coach. If you'd like to learn more about how to make your writing a happier and more rewarding process, check out my latest book, Your Happy First Draft. It's not available in bookstores or on Amazon. The only place you can get it is my website. Link below and in the show notes.